Yo, hello? Is this thing on? Looks like it is on Twitch. It is on YouTube. What's up, friends? How we doing? My hard drive issues were resolved after the stream yesterday, so we have our fancy little graphic over in the other corner now. And I did not lose a bunch of videos, so that's great. But while all of the hubbub was going on around Path of Exile 1 yesterday, Path of Exile 2 also stealthily dropped their patch 0.2.1, which was quite exciting from the previews, and like it's out now. So today that's what we're going to be checking out. Tomorrow we're going to check it out as well, and then next week we'll be streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12 hours each day for the Path of Exile 1 first new league in almost a year. So look forward to that, but also let's read some more patch notes because we didn't read enough yesterday. So patch 0.2.1, 22 new runes, 7 new talismans, 15 new soul cores. So that's a total of 46 new socketables. Significantly increased the number of quote-unquote mythic unique items that drop. That is to say the new chase items that they were talking about. Change unique's item drop calculation to no longer consider an item's class. This will make unique rings and amulets significantly more common. Reduce the number of common unique items that drop as rarity on areas increases, allowing more of the better uniques to drop instead. The bonus to the number of uniques that you got while playing in a party was significantly higher than we intended and has been lowered significantly. With the other changes to unique rarity, you will still be getting a significant buff to the number of rare and mythic uniques you're finding, but the overall number of them in party play will be lower due to finding less common and uncommon uniques. They should fix the significant advantage that party play had over solo play for wealth acquisition. I had no idea that was going on, honestly. But glad they glad they fixed that. Item modifier tier numbering has been reversed so that smaller numbers represent stronger modifiers, with 1 being the best available modifier of that type. Can we like double check that? Ah yeah, T1 flat fizz, let's go. Triple T1, whoop! Adjusted the appearance of all omens. The same number of omens appear, but which omens they are has been adjusted heavily to have the rare and more powerful ones appear more frequently. The rarest ones should appear 6 times more frequently in the ritual tribute window as an example. Nice. Yo, what's up, Mr. Reels? How's it going, sir? Added a refund all passives option in the passive skill tree. Only appear if you're able to afford refunding every allocated point. That's pretty handy. Massively increased the chance for corrupting a monster trapped in essence to upgrade essences to greater and greater to corrupted. Happy Friday? Hell yeah, you too, sir. We got new PoE stuff, or new PoE2 stuff, so it's definitely a happy Friday for sure. Next week's gonna be an even happier Friday. I'm very excited. Massively increase. Oh yeah, we just read that one. Improve the passive skill tree search functionality on mouse and keyboard. After typing within the search field, press enter to have the passive tree move around to show you the nodes which match. I wonder, can we search by oil or suffering? Is this? Where's that like super good crit node? Isolation. Can we search by that? We cannot. Damn. Okay, what about accuracy? Whoa, we're bouncing everywhere. Nice. Oh, bro, streamer mode. Someone messaging me saying Code Vein 2 has been announced. Neat. Code Vein 1 was pretty fun. Sorry about that. That was my Discord. For some reason, it has stopped automatically going into streamer mode when I open OBS. Anywho, patch notes. Monster balance. So the smothered ritual type that spawns chaos volatiles has had its spawn frequency halved and the damage lowered. That's a start. Fixed an issue where volatile plants were dealing a little over double their intended damage. Yikes. Empowering volatile plants mod on rare monsters has had its damage reduced as well. Volatile plants and empowering volatile plants now spawn 2 instead of 3. Volatile and empowered volatile now disappear when the rare monster that spawned them dies, thank God. Because what would happen all the time is you would kill the volatile plants. Or, like, to me, I would deal with a wave of things, or the volatiles. Kill the monster, and as it died, it would summon another round of the plants, and then I'd still have to deal with them for, like, at least 5 seconds after the thing died. Very annoying. But that shouldn't be a problem anymore. Forsaken Miner's death animation no longer leaves a primed grenade on their corpse. That's nice. No more martyrdom. Rat tornadoes from infested rituals have had their damage and move speed reduced slightly. Draven, the Eternal Praetor's melee damage has been reduced slightly, and his projectile cleave has also been reduced. Improved visual effects of Chaos Volatiles. A Lightning Storm Strongbox now causes fewer lightning bolts, and its lightning bolts have improved effects. Lower the damage of the Unearthed Runecaster from Expedition. That's the one dude that's, like, always scary, so that's good. Unearthed Runecaster's projectile now correctly deals both fire and cold damage. Yeah. Drastically increased the variety of endgame maps. Previously, some maps like Hidden Grotto spawned way more frequently than others, and now each map type should spawn approximately as frequently as any other. But to actually get that to activate, we have to go to a new area of the Atlas that hasn't been generated yet, so it's going to take a little while. Lessened the restrictions on which packs of monsters could appear in different Atlas biomes. This will result in a significant increase to the variety of monsters appearing in maps. The few monster pack types that were available in all biomes were appearing significantly more frequently than they should have, making endgame combat much less interesting than it should have been. The distance that you can see features in the Atlas Fog of War is now based on the distance to the nearest revealed map, making this much more consistent. This means you no longer have to frequently check an unknown distance in the fog when searching for citadels, though this did make them slightly harder to find, so we increased the spawn rate of citadels. Nice. Nice forethought. Cities on the Atlas now mostly spawn in loose clusters of 3, with one of each city type per cluster, so that way you don't get screwed by RNG. Endgame Waystone modifiers that applied curses to the area now instead periodically cast a curse on ground targeted areas, the same as the player casted skills. Disabled the Of Giants map modifier, which was AoE. Of Splitting now only appears in Tier 6 maps, which was additional projectiles. Of Penetration no longer has tiers and has a value of 10 to 15%, reduced from 15 to 25. That's still really bad, but it's better than it was. Rogue Exiles in endgame areas have much higher chance to spawn with uniques. Ritual modifiers that spawn Chaos Pustules now spawns them at a much lower frequency and have been increased in size slightly, so they're more visible, though this does not affect their damaging AoE, so it's just the model got bigger. The Viridian Wildwood unique map now contains more enemies and more rewarding encounters, thank God. Added visual indicators to Omen altars inside the Wildwood map. Visuals can also be seen behind the darkness. Hell yeah. Adjusted the frequency of Omen altars in the Wildwood to reduce variance and increase the average per map. Twisted Domain now drops significantly more catalysts on average. Twisted Domain is the Breachstone zone. Breach rings dropped from clasped hands in the Twisted Domain are now always rare. Monsters in the Twisted Domain are now more rewarding. Lower the number of It That Watches monsters in the Twisted Domain, which I think is the laser beam monster. Increased rare and magic pack chance in the Twisted Domain. Base radius of explosives and logbooks has been increased by 25%. Regular map encounters are unchanged. Additional logbook content such as hidden caves are now guaranteed at all levels. Frigid Bluffs Expedition area, logbook area now spawns unique monsters encased in ice. These monsters can be broken out with explosives. Frequency of special remnants in each expedition logbook area have more than doubled. The amount of remnants in logbooks has been slightly increased. Special destructibles in logbook areas now spawn more frequently. Logbook areas now spawn more monsters and a slightly higher proportion of rare monsters. Many chests in logbook areas are now guaranteed to drop a rare item. Azomite remnants drop larger amounts of runes. Gold in atoll areas drop more gold. Much larger quantity and variety of buried strongboxes, and these strongboxes now have minimap icons. Replace the functionality of expedition remnants unique to the Frigid Bluffs expedition logbook area. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Added a new type of remnant, expedition remnant, that can appear in Lush Isle expedition logbook areas. The minimap icon for expedition remnants that are specific to each type of logbook now have their own unique icon. Various points of interest in logbooks now have their own minimap icons. Inscribed ultimatums that lead to a boss now indicate which boss will be found. Really? That's actually kind of huge, isn't it? So you can target which one you want. I thought it was just random rolled when you go in. The Immured Fury will no longer try to respawn in ritual encounters and prevent the encounter from completing. Improved the visual effects of Delirium Spite Monster's Lightning Ball skill. Added 9 new unique items. None of these, or most of these, are aimed at providing endgame chase uniques for a variety of builds. Increase the overall power of several existing endgame unique items. Headhunter now steals enemy modifiers for 60 seconds instead of 20. Let's fucking go. The Hammer of Faith unique two-handed mace now has a bunch more increased physical damage. Existing items can be updated with Divine Orb. Now also grants random shrine buffs for 20 seconds instead of 10. Guiding Palm unique scepter has received significant updates. None of these changes affect existing versions, other than the flat damage changes, which can be updated using a Divine Orb. The fire variant of Guiding Palm is now called Guiding Palm of the Heart and grants allies in your presence added fire damage, like way more added fire damage. Now grants 20 to 30 strength instead of 7 to 13 to all attributes. Now grants you 25% of damage as fire and a permanent guided meteoric shrine buff that causes meteors to rain down around you when in range of enemies. Wow. Looks like it's pretty much the same thing for the other two, just with different shrine buffs and the other elements and attributes. Sick. Mjolnir unique one-handed mace now has more physical damage. Grants way more levels to lightning skills and can be updated with a divine. Lightning spell on melee hit meta skill granted by Mjolnir has been renamed to Thunder God's Wrath. It now causes triggered spells to cost no mana and grants them a level-dependent amount of increased damage up to 200% at scale level 20. The Spire of Ire new unique spear has gotten like 50% more damage. And 10 to 20% of physical damage leached as life, previously 6 to 10. Kame's Heart now has 1500 life instead of 1000. Huge. Prism Guardian now grants 1 spirit per 25 maximum life, previously 1 per 50, so that's twice as much spirit from Prism Guardian. Defiance of Destiny now grants 10 to 20% of missing life recovered from being hit, before being hit, previously always 10%, so up to double. Yoke of Suffering now causes enemies to take increased damage for each type of your ailments on them, and that went from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20. But also now reduces Ignite, Shock, and Chill duration by 30 to 40% instead of the old 20 to 30%. Bringer of Rain now has 100% increased critical hit chance in addition to its other modifiers. Sick. Defeating Balbala in normal difficulty Trader's Passage will drop a quest version of Balbala's Barria if you do not currently have the quest item, or if you've already gotten your ascendancy points from using, or if you haven't already gotten your ascendancy points from using the Balbala's Barria. I thought she already did that. Maybe it's in case you lose it, like you throw it on the ground. Optimize the physics of monsters found in Freythorn. Audio added for monks. Monster abilities and player skills. Search filters within the uncut support and skill gem UI are now cleared when exiting the menu. Affliction in Trial of the Sekimas that caused you to have no energy shield now gives 50% less energy shield, so you're not immediately screwed if you're playing Chaos Inoculation. Increased the trigger radius of clasped hands and breach encounters. Firestorm can now consume ignites from corpses in front of you in addition to living enemies. That's kind of sick. Quest rewards can be quick moved on gamepad. More controller changes. Some MTX changes. Party changes. And a bunch of bug fixes. Sick. So we have a bunch of logbooks. We could go do some of those. But I also kind of want to get to an area of the map that I have not explored yet. So we can see the variety, you know. But I did have all these buffed up maps we were in the process of clearing out. But also, I'm kind of okay with losing them, you know. Also, that looks like 2 cities, doesn't it? Or is that might be a corrupted area. How far this way did I go? What if we just like hoof it as far away from the starting point as we can? Well, let's just do a couple maps to get reacquainted with the controls and stuff. Then we'll go do some logbooks and the Breachstone or 2 that I have. Also, there were no changes to Delirium listed in that. Or at least no simulacrum changes. I don't know if that happened earlier in a different patch or not, but there's also a hotfix. Some instance crashes. Hold on. Sound freaked me out. Zerok and Trial Master weren't dropping unique items. That's a problem. Fixed a bug where world map navigation could break. Sounds like a rough time. Yo, that Headhunter change was kind of interesting. Part of me kind of wants one now, but I don't know if I have room for it. Hey yo, did they change the telegraphing on those meteors? I don't remember it being that that well telegraphed. Oh, that's a ghost. I thought it was a volatile plant for a moment. I was like, oh, is this the new one? No, not there yet. Tempted to eat a volatile plant when I do see one, just to see how much damage it does. Weren't they supposed to be buffing the Wildwood sprites as well? That's another one of those changes that I thought I heard something about, but then don't remember seeing them get added. Ayo. Damn it. I was kind of hoping our very first greater essence would turn into a corrupted essence. But no such luck at this time. Oh, well. Fast reset. Oh, it didn't knock me out. I didn't need that XP anyways. It's fine.
This were well made.
Attack speed with crossbows. Hits against rare enemies. We go again. It's easy to forget how damn long this map is. Oh. Well. We got an extra essence, so there's something at least. Better than last time. Shocked ground and azomite monsters. Should be fine. Wonder how many maps it'll take to get to that tower. Oh no, Sandspit again. That's 3 Sandspits in a row, actually. I'm not that upset about getting this map 3 times in a row, though. At least it's not Hidden Grotto. The old breach. I don't remember seeing that on the map, but I guess I just wasn't looking. It is on that list over there. It that hunts is the laser beam monster. I'm not sure what it that watches is. Hopefully it drops everything. It does. Nice. We ran out of shocking charge. I'm sorry, shocking charm charges. That could be because I keep stepping on the electrified ground, though. Just a sneaking suspicion that's what's going on. But I will say that I don't know that contaminated rituals got changed at all, but I just feel a lot safer in this one for whatever reason. Maybe it has something to do with the monster variety change that they did. Maybe it's something entirely different. I have no idea. Oh, well, as soon as I say that, of course, we get hammered. Last one of these. Hopefully we don't get one shot at the very end. What's that? Sinistral Alchemy? That's a good one. Guarantees 3 map mods, or 3 like positive map mods. A whole extra exalt per exalt. Sick. Time to go. Not 100% certain that was worth the extra time, but at least it wasn't the suffix versions of the alchemy thing. We're gonna see the new curse map mechanic. So I think somewhere beyond this tower is probably where the generation had stopped before. So heading down to that tower and then unveiling it may give us a pretty good chunk of new zone to look at. Let's see if we get a fourth sand spit after this one. Oh, hello? I'm not quite rich enough, damn it. I don't want to do it. Or is it 2 million? Maybe it's 2 million. I thought it was 2.8 for some reason. A singular scroll of wisdom, huge. Danex, I'm rich. T14 Waystone, huge. I am poor, it was... Bro. Oh, 11k. Wait, we might be able to get that in this map. Hold up. Missed the rare way the hell over here. Hello? Oh damn, that's a new effect for the Drowning Orbs. That's also those big circles, that's the skill effect from the curse that we got added to this map. Damn, I was like barely halfway through this map when I called it last time. Yo, empowered volatile plants? I didn't even see them spawn. Cowardly is Chimera, so yeah, they do just straight up tell you what the final boss is now. That's pretty nice. Still 9k gold away from being able to buy the damn strong box. Yeah, alright. Let's try a breach stone, shall we? Damn. 3 was our record for sand spits in a row. Okay. Monster level 80, what's the worst that could happen, really? Not attempted a breach stone on this character as far as I remember. So I was not doing breach. There really are not that many monsters here, are there? Hopefully they drop better stuff than they did previously, because it really doesn't feel like there's that many monsters at all. Shit, I thought that was a door. Just a checkpoint. I think we hopefully have time for the thing to end even if I don't kill anything. Yeah. Here are 5 breach rings. The first one that pops out.
This were well made.
Pretty sure I already have that. Accuracy, evasion, cast speed, intelligence, damage, dexterity, physical damage to attacks, cold to attacks, increased fire damage, dexterity, and double res. It's like almost good. But anyways, let's see about this boss man. Oh shit. I thought the projectile was going to be like front and center on him, not his hands. It's been too long since I did this way. Oh. Just face tanking everything. It's fine, it's fine. Just survive. Bro got squished. Reduced attack speed, chaos from hits also contributes to freeze buildup. Chaos from hits also contributes to electrical buildup. Attacks gain fizz as extra cold. Neat.
A place to put my feet up.
Overall, it wasn't the worst thing ever. But it wasn't too exciting. What do we want is the question. More splinters? Monster density, open and close faster. Where's heavy breach? Yeah, sustained siege is huge. 20% chance to be guarded by a pack of magic monsters. More clasped hands. Oh, I didn't use the book. There we go. Alright, time for a logbook. Let's see how those are different. We did get, what, 4 breach rings off of that. And one of them was tier 5. And overall, it's like a pretty good one right there. This is elemental mods, fizz damage, and then dexterity. Probably not the worst thing ever. Yeah, alright, we're gonna have to do at least 3 of these. Just to try out the different types. We got Frigid Bluffs or Lush Isles. I'll do Frigid Bluffs first. Do I recommend playing PoE2 or should you wait for PoE1 expansion? Don't want to play nothing there. Are no major changes. Gotcha. The changes in this update were primarily endgame focused. So if you don't have a character in the endgame, then you're pretty much not really going to notice anything. So if you don't want to make a new character before PoE1 next week, unless there's new stuff in PoE2, then you probably don't bother.
Not ventured, not gained.
I think the changes in this patch are significant for the endgame. Like they're very good, but they really have no bearing on the early part. Also, my condolences on the hardcore character. It's always rough. Now, what is this thing? This is a special remnant. Life cannot be leached. Mana cannot be leached. Monsters are hexproof. But 40% rarity of items found in excavated chests and increased number of magic monsters by 50%. That's quite a lot. So that orange thing is a special remnant. A super remnant, you could say. Well, that's a, it's the Queen of Filth. It's a boss. Runic monsters apply a random curse on hit. Monsters pen 30% fire res. Life cannot be leached. Mana cannot be leached. More maximum res. All res. Damages fire and hexproof. Yo, damage. Putting damages fire right next to the fire pen is like the most toxic shit ever. Come on now. There's another boss over here. Who is it? No, it's Chimera. Monster right next to monsters are immune to lightning damage. How about no? Well, let's not take at least that remnant. I think we'll start going this way. I think we can take all of these. Yeah, seems good. I still have 14 bombs, so I think I'm gonna go scoot around this. Actually, poison. That's fine. We'll just grab that expedition box and then call it good. Immune to lightning damage. No, thank you. We'll give... kind of don't want to give him res, honestly. Yeah, I think that's the thing. And it is separate from the boss. Where's the money chest? Oh, that's it right there. Where is it? No, it's not. Not sure what that's supposed to be. I mean, shit, we may still be able to get Queen of Filth. Think that's gonna take that? But oh well. Keep accidentally undoing shit. Alright, let's give it a shot, shall we? We only have 2 map bosses to deal with here right now. Oh shit, oh shit. Space out for 2 seconds and suddenly everything is exploding. Unique charm. I haven't seen one of those before. New and exciting. Chimera spawned. Ah! Rude. Well, thankfully he has shit for health. Also didn't really seem to drop very much. The real question is why did they not put the auto pickup on the expedition currency like they did with the breach currency? That's what I want to know. Already have those. Don't you do that. Nope. Stay away from me. She died. Nice. Bro. That... They nerfed those dudes in this update, and that still fucking hurt. But then again, they also have all that. Maybe there was fire damage in there, and he's pending all of my, or half of my res. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Zone level 82. Not again. I also forgot to open the underground area. Owie, owie, I don't even know what hit me. Damn, that those volatiles are 3 times as big as they were. Sheesh. That's a lot harder to miss. Hell yeah. Next time I see one, I'll try and eat it when I'm not, like, getting my shit pushed in by an expedition. With all of those modifiers. But, I mean, we got 55 broken circle artifacts, 7 exalts, 4 coins, 1 socketable, and whatever this is, Breath of the Mountains. Used when you take cold damage, reduce charges per use, grants a power charge on use. Nice. Alright, before we... oops. We're gonna do another one. But before we do that, I'm gonna get up and stretch my legs for like, Actually, you know what? No, we can do that later. We just barely got started. Let's do another live book. Not bad though. Yeah, it was alright. I kind of wish the bosses dropped a little bit more. But like, it could have been worse for sure. I really like this change with the ultimatums, by the way. Telling you which boss is at the end, or so you know which fragment you're getting. But let's do another one. So we've done... Oops. We did the Baron Atoll or whatever. We need the Lush... Oh no, we did Frigid Bluffs. We need Baron Atoll, and then we need the Lush Isle. At least I think. Okay, yeah. We're good. Yo, it's more special thingies. Remnants, that's the word. Enemies have increased element threshold for 60% rarity for monsters. Also, penetrate chaos res for 60 rarity for monsters. That's actually not that bad. Considering not very many monsters deal chaos damage, if they have a little bit of pen, it's not the end of the world. So long as I don't give them, like, all monsters do 30% damage is chaos. Bullshit, man. Immune to chaos. We're not giving them more chaos pen. We also got Olroth this time. So we're gonna have to lock the fuck in for that one, I guess. Double remnant. It's kind of sick. That looks like one of the strong boxes. Let's put over to Olroth. Gonna blow up this box of gold and see how much pops out. Turns out here the little X icon on this map is gold boxes, it seems. On the other one, it was locked up bosses. Two more strong boxes. More rarity from monster drops. I wonder if that includes Olroth, or like if he benefits further from the mods at all. My assumption was that he did, but I don't know if stuff like the positives from remnants also apply. I wish I had a sprint button. Yeet.
Sort of stir things up.
Some socketables from blowing up the special remnants here. Ow. Yeah, those runecasters still hurt even without a shitload of mods. Precursor tablet, huge. Another unique charm. That's 2 for 2.
Dead, dead.
Lagging on something. Gotta be trying to kill these things from farther away. That's how I do it in maps. I just I use extreme archaeology, which is the one gigantic bomb. Throw that shit down and I run away and then kill them off screen. So most of the time I don't have to deal with the headache of actually fighting these things. But, you know, that's a little more difficult in this place, I believe.
Look out below.
Raider Jeweler's Orb. It's like, last I checked a week or two ago, it was like 9 chaos. That's a lot more gold than what used to be in there. I don't know, probably like 30k gold. Probably should have prioritized those boxes a little higher, but we didn't know just how much gold they gave. But there were like 3 more on the top side right next to each other, so that could have been a pretty significant amount of gold. Probably should have cleared this out before doing any of the strong boxes. Just wanted to hit the button, damn it. Is this where we ended the chain? think it might actually be. More artifacts. Hello?
This were well made.
Fixation of Yix, 100 max life. Allies in your presence have increased critical hit chance. Allies in your presence have increased crit damage bonus. Allies in your presence have increased attack speed and cast speed. Reduced presence area effect. Bro, I got so excited when I saw a unique stellar amulet. That's the Astromentus base. This is toxic. It's such a minion base. It's like not a chance of being anything else. But is it worth anything is the real question. Down on the hunt. Fixation. Oh. One whole exalted orb. Look at that. Yeet, excuse me, so sorry. Bruh, I can't believe I got faked out like that. That's toxic. Got any character with mini? I mean, yeah, it's good. The presence AoE reduction is sad, but still pretty good. Those bonuses are solid. Probably should use the currency, but I don't really like using it on bad strongbox bases. Why make my life more difficult for a strongbox that's not going to give me anything I care about? Lorge. I don't remember what that is. Fuck it. Yeah, I should have saved the damn alchemy, but that's okay because we have this 83% more rarity of contained items. That's huge W, pretty much. Bro, no way that strongbox is open and it didn't drop anything. I was gonna say. I still feel like we should have gotten more than that, but at least we got an exalt. A little more. Yeah, alright. They removed all the markers up there. I'm pretty sure there was like 3 of those gold boxes. Anytime I do a logbook in this zone, I'm going to be going after those because it's a lot of gold, turns out. But, time for Olroth at what? Difficulty... I only have 2 sets of points, so it's difficulty 2. Okay. Or I guess, depending on where you start. Difficulty 3. 1 plus 2, you know. I'm not confident I can get through this, but we'll do our best. There's the pausing disabled book. Hello? Sword teleported? Owie! Oh, dude, if he did a follow-up shot, I was dead right there. So I think the new mechanic here is the portals. Those were not here previously. Bro, the sword wiggle when he gets hit is so funny. Oh, orbital laser. Bro, I swear the Calgurans have space technology. These orbital lasers, they have them in PoE1 too. Or at least orbital bombardment with the damn, like, 4 markers that, like, yeet down from the sky when you play them. Oh, that stun was fortuitous. Gimme, gimme. Nope. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Yay. This time for real. Yo, it's falling. We're falling. You know, minus 12. It's pretty good when the top end of that is minus 20. The last time I got a Svalin, I corrupted it. And it did not end well. This time I got a Svalin. I'm gonna corrupt it again, but I have to quality it first. Sheesh. We take those, we take those. I really thought when he had me down at 10% that one time, I thought that was it within like the next 5 seconds. No rip. Fuck. It didn't rip. It re-rolled, and it got worse. But at least I still have Svalin. Could be worse, I suppose. What was this thing? Arakali's gift. Recover life equal to 18% of mana's flask recovery amount when used. Recover mana equal to 15% of life flask's recovery amount when used. Interesting. Used when you become poisoned. Not sure how much I care about that, but cool to see. Now, we do a third one. Actually, I spend my points and then we do a third one. Question is, which point? Quantity of logbooks dropped by runic monsters in your maps. Expedition logbooks in your maps always have 3 implicits. That is to say, 3 options for the zones you go to. What is this? More monster markers. Quantity of artifacts dropped by monsters in your maps. Detonation chains in your maps explode 50% faster. I only have 1 bomb in maps, so... Rare expedition monsters in your maps. Quantity of exotic coinage dropped by monsters. Expedition counters in your maps contain additional chests, but they despawn after 5 seconds. Yeah, no. Or beef up the remnants. My thing with the expeditions and maps has kind of been we should just get as many monsters as we can, because it feels like monsters give the best rewards over chests and stuff. And like remnants help make that more effective or like more valuable to kill monsters, but I don't know how much I should try and juice those up, because the negatives can be pretty bad, and a lot of the times I feel like I find monsters are immune to lightning damage like an absurdly large percentage of the time, and it's very annoying. But I kind of want legendary battles, honestly. More rare monsters would be nice, even if we give up the Morlock, but the Morlock looks is also really nice. We'll start with detailed records, and then when I get my last set of points, we'll move it up there, or we'll think about moving it up there. I might just put it on Weight of History for the extra remnant effect, despite what I said. Oh, well, hello. We're getting the old GPU crash thing that they fixed. Alright, we did Frigid Wastes, Barren Atoll, Frigid Bluffs, excuse me. We need Lush Isle. That'll be the last zone that we have yet to try. Oh yeah, I meant to mention it. I don't know if I finished the thought. But in Barren Atoll, when you blow up the special remnants that are marked on the map, like that, like this, those ones give you a nice pile of socketables, like runes and stuff. So if you want socketables and you're doing Barren Atoll, you should go for those, even if it's like making things difficult, so long as it doesn't like completely rip the encounter. I didn't see that happening when I took those in Frigid Bluffs. And I'm not sure what'll happen here. But we'll find out. That's what we're here for today. To learn. We got Olroth again. Frankly, I'm scared. Bro got even tougher. He might actually one-shot me this time. More experience from that one. Should have checked this remnant over here. We'll see what the little markers are here. Beast skin. Monsters have plus 30% chance to coalesce corruption. Cool. All of the idols just increased XP for like a really shitty damage mod? I hope they buffed those. Those things have been ass most of the time I've gotten them. More corruption, more corruption. More experience. Well, I think we'll try and come up here and grab all that corruption business. Oh yeah, the Horde also has the same marker as the corruption things. Monster hits can't be evaded. There's zero shot of me taking that. There's a hole in the floor blowing up. Not sure what that'll give us, but it's also not marked on the map. We'll see if it does anything at all, or if it's just like cosmetic. Actually, can we get both? Bruh. How is it literally like pixel perfect, ungrabbable, like to get, or impossible to get both? That's toxic. This video game sometimes, dude. Gonna leave all that up there. Not grabbing the immune to lightning damage. No flask charges, and we'll break that gate open. Monsters break armor, that's fine. Okay, I'm actually interested. Monsters spawn with an additional 15% of life missing. If that applies to Olroth, we'll know that remnants do affect him. If it doesn't, I think we can at least be a little suspicious that they don't. But that could also be like an exception. So. But with all this corruption, this should be pretty fun. Just breaking out monsters at this point. A lot of these mods are pretty damn scary. Immune to chaos damage, at least that's tolerable. Oh yeah, actually they did. I do remember them saying these special remnants were. Oh, we almost missed something important. We're not going for that chaos stuff. We'll go get Olroth. How about that? That would be really nice to have early on, wouldn't it? Oh well. Too late now. Not redoing this whole chain to take advantage of that. Let's send it.
Light him up. Come on.
Long, long bill. Corruption starting. All monsters after this point in the chain should be giving us way more XP. But I guess they kind of wanted this zone to be like Untainted Paradise Light by adding all of those remnants that give the XP. I think getting 2 of them is enough to make it equivalent with Untainted Paradise. Any more than that is like better than Untainted Paradise for anything that comes after those in the chain. And I imagine getting the coalesced or the corruption business on top of that probably is pretty helpful. At least I hope the bonus XP applies to those monsters. Not 100% on that though. That was a scary noise. Did not like. What is this? I've gotten worse. I think just about every time I've opened any of those hordes, it's been only augmentation orbs through many, many logbooks. So I will take 1 Exalt, 1 Alchemy, and whatever the hell else we got. Or Regal or something. Huge W in my eyes. That ocean wall almost got me killed. I'm in danger. That's proximal tangibility. Toxic. Those rune casters are still really scary despite the nerfs. Did I miss the fucking thing? Oh no, there it is. Okay. I didn't see the icon on the map. Got real nervous. Alright.
This here tells a story.
Soul tether. Neat. Don't think we left anything behind, so let's just go right in here and get one shot. How about that? This time for sure. Mr. Olroth, how much health are you starting? 100%. So he at least did not get the missing 15%. Oh. Basically, we just don't stop moving and we dodge roll every time he does the little charge up shit. Pretty much alright. That's what it's looking like anyways. As long as that's probably the scariest thing he has, but thankfully it doesn't do a lot of damage. It's mostly just slow, it seems. Although if that man fucking overhead slams me while I'm running from the boss, I'll probably die. Yeah, that actually did no damage. So either I evaded, or it's really meant to just be a slow. I don't know what those pillars are. That might be the new thing on this difficulty. We haven't stunned him yet either, so we have that going for us in the second half. Get his ass! Oh. Got distracted by the spike, didn't see him charging. Survive! Fine, fine. Oh, that was scary. That gold dot's no joke. Oh shit. Nope, nope. Stop it. Leave me alone. Yes, do that. Eh. Yo, another's fallen? This time, for sure. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Not a third time. Ugh. This man needs to stop showing up. He's too stressful. I mean, it's tier 4. We'll look at it. Rarity, stats, max life, and a bunch of accuracy rating. For real. I have no idea what's going to be in the last difficulty, but I really am not looking forward to finding out. Move speed. Oh, there's no room. Yo, the inverted mod tiers. Huge. Triple tier 2 prefixes. All pure defenses, and then double tier 1 res. But no move speed, which is like, why even bother if there's no move speed on your boots? Minus 19. Yikes. Please let me out of here. It worked last time. Disabled in boss fights. Video games thinks I'm still fighting, I guess. There we go. But on the plus side, we don't technically ever have to actually do him again because we have all of our points now. So, fine by me. I probably still will because it seems like a waste not to, but the option is there to not do it. We didn't get shit. Alright, so those were all of the new expedition logbook zones. I have no wisdom scrolls. It's not you. It's you.
Time is not on our side.
Alright. What else got changed? Do I still have those notes open? Was there any other, like, massive zones, business? Oh yeah, there was significant changes to the Viridian Wildwood. I think I have one laying around somewhere that I could go do. But we did a Breachstone. I have another Breachstone. We can go do that. Slight change to some delirium effects, but that's about it. Also, Rogue Exile changes. But those we'll just have to find as we do maps. Alright, let's look around for the Viridian Wildwood that I had. Hello? Matt, please render. Not this problem again. Maybe if I just pan manually. Alright, this is where we left off last time. I think the Wildwood was... Is that it? Yeah, right there. So we can do it in 2 maps. Just clear this augury real quick. And then we'll get the one we want. Good thing I was too lazy to go do that day. I can pretend that I did that on purpose all I want, but really I just didn't want to. Probably didn't want to run augury to go get the Viridian Wildwood. Oh yeah, we should run more ritual today too. We did one and I got Sinistral Alchemy, which is prefixes, which is very, very good. And then we got Greater Exaltation, which isn't the craziest ever, but it's nice. Just a free exalt for your exalt. Tainted Ritual Altar. I think this is the scary one. Or is it the Ratnada one? That one. We didn't get to find out. It didn't last long enough. It feels really good to find those delirium mirrors. They spawn a lot of monsters now. bro. His stun animation threw him forward while he was also exploding because of the molten barrier. Suffering from my own success here. My fault for stunning it. Also, where the hell are these rituals? No, my level 5. We got like 80% through level 4. Still pretty decent. Here's one ritual. So the last one might be in the boss room. Hopefully it's not tucked in some corner somewhere. That's mostly what I'm worried about. Chaotic Boils. So this is the problem child of the Ritual League. There's one of them. Ugh. I feel like I should eat one of the explosions just to see how much damage they do, but also I finished it too quickly. My bad. But also standing in an explosion on purpose is kind of scary. I have 2,170 health. I don't know if my health bar or if my camera's blocking that. I'm not tanky. I have like the bare minimum amount of health you need to not get one shot most of the time. We got increased rarity shrine. Nice. Really should have saved that till after the ritual. For the boss. Okay, where's the purple? I'm gonna eat one. Hungry. Give it to me. There it is. Only 20% of my life. And I do not have capped chaos res by any means. I have 31%, which is actually a little more than I thought. But 20% of my life when I have 2k is, what, 400? At least it's not like one-shot territory. So, I didn't really run Ritual a lot before this change, so I can't say how much damage they were doing before, but the amount it's doing right now seems pretty manageable. Especially considering the size they take up now, because they're all, which kind of makes them spread out a little more. Yeah. Works for me, boss. What do we get? Corruption. Nice. I'm also poor, so I don't think we can really expect anything. Yeah, we can't even afford to reroll. That's okay. Omens were the main thing that were changed as far as ritual loot was concerned. Maybe they ended up making the omen or the invitation with the king. Or audience with the king, that's the one. Maybe they made that more common. I feel like I heard them say something like that at some point, but that might not have been this update. I hear a lot of things and I just don't keep track of who said what when. I just know I heard them at some point. Anyways, let's do this one. That seems manageable. The Viridian Wildwood. The only unique map that they really bothered changing in this update. And it really needed it because it felt very sparse. Basically, you could only find the little omen altars all over the place. And they were like really easy to miss. Basically just a random ass rock you had to click on to get the omen. And then there's spots on kind of the corners of each area that have like little glades, and in PoE1 they used to have events in those spots, but there was nothing here. So now there allegedly is stuff in those spots, at least some of them. So if I can survive long enough to make it over there. Whoa! What in the disjointed hitbox? Oh,
I'll not say no to
the
that.
old disjointed donut. Probably not gonna bother dodging and people too much. Trying to roll around and get out of it is gonna end up screwing up my my wisp bar. A wisp amount? I don't know. The amount of exploration we can. The amount of time you can spend exploring is based on distance, unveiled by the little lights. And that one explodes and reveals a bunch more. The smaller little bubble you can find in the woods replenishes your wisps. That's 3 omen altars already, which is far more than any other time I've been through here. They were really quite close together. Bro, where is this event? There's gotta be one around here somewhere, right? Oh, damn. Alright, so we're gonna go down to where those rares are. But again, I'm trying not to waste my bar or my exploration. Oh, there's one. Yeah, when it unveils the map, like, or the little area like that, that's one of the events. It's just a chest in there. At least that's something. Before there was exactly nothing in this place, so we take those. Allegedly, there was supposed to be a marker on the map for the omen altars as well, but that did not seem to be the case when I saw them. We are going to go for that rare up there. But I'm going this way because it'll save me distance in the woods. Oh, it got revealed. See that now. Still no marker on the map though. But if you get close to the omen, you'll be able to see it. That's good. There's another event. The last rare on the map. Still nothing here. Kind of a bummer, dude. So for anyone that didn't play Path of Exile 1 during the Affliction League, or I guess the lava was back in the game now, but you used to find these like wisps while you were exploring. And like when you finished exploring through here, you'd go back out into the map that you found the door in, because you'd find the entrance to this place inside normal maps. You'd run around in here, collect wisps, and then when you go back out, the wisps you collected would have spread out to the monsters on the map and empowered them and made them drop more loot. So any of those like event things we find used to have like massive piles of the wisps. And since that's not a mechanic here, those events just do nothing. Alright, well, we only found 2 of them. One had a rare chest, the other one had exactly nothing. But we got 4 omen altars, which I never got that many in any other run beforehand. So slight improvement, but improvement nonetheless. Possessed monster you kill will release its Mario Spirit. That's kind of nice. While this item is active in your inventory, the next rogue exile you encounter will summon an ally. That's kind of fun. Recover your life, mana, and energy shield when you reach low life. Also, Regal Orb will only add suffixes. Sick. Alright. We had our little break from big stuff. Let's go do a second breach stone, because we had it laying around. Monster level 81, what's the worst that could happen? Again, when I did this the first time, I got hit by just about every boss mechanic, and all of them very narrowly missed one-shotting me. And now we're doing this one difficulty higher, which means the boss is a level higher. They'll have more mechanics, and they'll be stronger, presume. So we might just get one shot here, but hopefully we can avoid that. I'm reminded what his attacks will look like now, so hopefully we don't forget this time. And I think after this we're gonna try a simulacrum, just to see if it's gotten any easier or anything. Back up. Man, I don't know how many of y'all were playing Breach when this game first released back in like December, or even like as far as February. I guess right up until Dawn of the Hunt, it was still pretty crazy. But they've nerfed the amount of monsters in Breaches like 3 times already. And I think after the last one, it was in a good spot. But then they did it again with Dawn of the Hunt, and I was pretty damn sad. And this is the result of that. We have whole sections here in this giant-ass Breach encounter, which is makes me sad. On release, we would have had more monsters on the floor than hands, you know. See all them hands in. Oh, well, tier 3 breach ring, another tier 3 breach ring, bunch of catalysts. It's a lot, actually. T2, T3, T3, T3. 30% rarity, sick. That is double rarity. Other than that, nothing too crazy as far as I can tell. So, boss man. Wait a minute. Ah, shit. Too late now. I was gonna put the breach hand wings on. Don't you do that. Stay away from me. No, 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 no. I shouldn't have done this. Ugh. We're fine. I don't know what he's doing. Where do you go? again. Okay. We're fine. We got this as soon as it comes back up. Hey. Yeah, get squished again, bitch. That's what I thought. Who is that? That's the real question. Who's doing the squishing here? Spicy looking gloves. I didn't think about that till just now. Like, Zesh is the combination of all of the Breach Lords from Path of Exile 1. So who is strong enough to smush Zesh? These are the questions. Wings of Kalen. Rarity, rage on melee hit. Every rage grants increased stun threshold. Candlemaker. Chance to ignite is doubled at the cost of 11 fire res, but you also and reduce cold damage, but you also gain increased fire damage and increased fire resistance, as well as a little bit of energy shield. But also Zoph's blood. Enemies in your presence have fire exposure. And 15% life. One of the only AO max roll. Nice. Let's just look at what that's worth. At 15%. Zoph's blood, and then 14% is 1 exalt. Oh, oops. Well, we searched the correct mod. Still 1 exalt. Painter's Servant is nothing special. Alright. Well, that was a little more manageable than I expected.
A sight for sore eyes.
The last time I did this boss on any, like, with any amount of difficulty was when I was playing Flicker Strike in Season 0, or, like, Release Season League, whatever you want to call it. And it was very difficult to actually get onto the boss and do damage because there was just so much shit going on. Turns out bows are great, dude. Range? Top tier shit. But next we're doing the Delirium. Just for funsies. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, I should also spend my breach points. Did not actually take the thing I meant to take. Definitely crumbling walls. When you get 10 additional breaches, life is... Oh, this was another thing that got nerfed, actually. Originally, this was like 10%, or maybe it was 15% chance for 1 additional breach, 5% for 2, and then... I'm sorry, for 3. And then 2% for 10. So when they nerfed breach a 3rd time, they were like, no, fuck you, cut that in half. So we went from 2% chance for 10 extra breaches down to 1. But the one time I got it to proc, the map I ran had actually a total of 15 breaches in it, and it was a crazy.
Like I've stepped into a bad dream.
But anyways, that was then, this is now. 15 waves. How far can we get? Last time I think I got like 8 or 9. Maybe 10, but not further. Ooh. Oh, I think what I ended up needing was like res pen or chaos res or both. I've gotten both of those since then. I do like I am certain. Maybe we do a little better this time. I think they just ended up getting too tanky for me.
This is only the beginning.
So time to go. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, just didn't look close enough. More monster life, break armor. Oh no, don't break my armor. All actual 0 armor I have. Shit. The worst part is these dudes who spawn in and just fucking superhero slam you, dude. It's like practically guaranteed damage every time they spawn.
Let yourself be drawn into the mire.
Omniphobia. Already? Evasive. And damage pens 16% of res. If only that got the same range update as the map modifier. I wonder if it was supposed to and that they just didn't think about it. That kind of thing is pretty easy to miss when you're making changes.
Are you trying to cleanse your
We have 7. Well, those leaps are starting to do half my health and damage. The real question is, how will we be able to deal with Kosis when we start spawning? Speaking of. Better than expected. I'll say that much.
Now we're talking.
Now we are talking. We're over halfway through now. Monster life, monster res. Some move speed. Stop it! Oh, no, it was stun threshold. I kept getting stunned by that shit is what was happening. Which, thankfully, I've also gotten, I believe. It was a long time ago that I did this, and I've made a lot of upgrades since. So, hopefully we can get through. Life damages fire, curse effect, and life is energy shield. Oh, no, thank you, please. Monster life, monster damage, additional projectiles, life is yes. This is a skinny ass arena. Which is actually kind of okay, it turns out. They can't surround me and jump at me from all angles. So while they're on the approach, I can just blast them, for the most part. Damn, we got that zone for one wave. We're back here. Didn't read what that said, we're just doing it. Priority is avoiding the slammers. Omnophobia included. More move speed? Love to see it.
Do you not wonder what tugs at strings of fate? What stands by the abyss and beckons you before?
That rare head explodes corpses on it, but the funny thing is delirium monsters don't leave corpses. They're hallucinations anyways. There's a dynamic duo. Bro, if that wasn't there, that would have been fine. Alright, go again. Hell yeah, I can. Forgot we actually get, like, respawns. So it wasn't really they're overwhelming me kind of thing. It was I got fucked. Oh no, now we have 3 left, 13, 14, 15. So basically there's still a chance. We should still have like 4 respawns left or something. Get that damn donut away from me. Omniphobia and Kosis both teleporting now is like horrifying. It's gonna be the thing that kills me every time. Oh, we're not losing XP here. That's nice. That was such a nice change.
You see, it tells a story.
Skill chain, 1 additional time, ailment threshold, remove charges on hit, stun threshold, life and damage. Ah, yeah. Just make their numbers bigger, dude. Why not? Got a damn donut to start. Here we go, here we go, here we go again. Thankfully, most of the small monsters have been dealt with already. Omniphobia is dead. Long live Omniphobia. Bro lost his shield before he even started channeling. Hey. One more. We didn't get dumpstered by Omni this time. Looks like manageable. Pretty much the same as last wave. Bro, the execution aura is fucking me up. Leave me alone! This dude right here. That's who I blame, not myself. I think I have like one more respawn. These fucking rares, dude. If I could just focus on Omni, we'd be good. There we go. Ghosts is fucked off somewhere. He's like channeling in a corner. There's a large ice thing though. Can't believe Omniphobia is scarier than Kosis now. Feels wrong. Hey. That was way too difficult though.
Keep your precious sanity, my agent of chaos. You shall serve me whether you like it or not. I'm not going anywhere.
Perfidy. Hey, yo. Max 40% chance to avoid physical damage from hits. That's kind of wild. All right.
I
It's the first time I cleared one of those. And even if I only barely did it, it still counts. So what do we actually take here? 30% chance for an additional reward type. Delirium monsters in your maps deal increased damage. How about no? Slaying rare monsters in your map pauses the delirium meter. Hello? The mirrors, the mirrors! Increase mirrors. Believe it or not. Delirious monsters killed in your maps provide increased reward progress, but the fog dissipates faster. Away stones found in your maps have 20% chance to have random instilled emotions applied. Or fog dissipates slower. Pausing the timer for 4 seconds is kind of nice. Overall, slowing it is also nice by 30%. But faster reward progress. Oh no, that makes it dissipate faster. Probably shouldn't do that. But then again, mirrors. I was just talking about how much I like those. Honestly, I think they're coming to get you. Read the book first. The pause, and then the increased reward progress is probably fine. Because yes, it dissipates faster, but you're pausing it for 4 seconds, like, no matter what. That doesn't get reduced as far as I know. So you'll always have that so long as you're clearing through the map at, like, a decent pace. And then we'll take mirrors third, assuming we ever, like, clear more than one simulacrum. Yeah, how much is Audience with the King, by the way? How much is it in real money? I won't worry about it right now.
You beat that shadow with that.
Sure did. Yeah, alright, friends. It has been 2 hours since we started this stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up and stretch my legs and probably grab some water. But I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you're enjoying. If you are not already, make sure you smack the like and subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, the follow button if you're watching on Twitch. I'll be back in like 5-ish minutes. And then we will we'll continue down this way and look for citadels to see like the old triple spawn. Also, damn, how far away is that? And also see if we can notice the map diversity setting in. Although we've had sandspit, now we have wetlands. Is there a third wetlands? Can't quite tell yet, but we'll find out after the break. So, 5 minutes. Yeet. Alright, friends. Sorry about that. We're back. So, we did 2 breach stones, 3 logbooks, 2 Olroths, a delirium just for fun, even though that didn't, or a simulacrum rather, just for fun, even though that didn't really get changed. Viridian Wildwood. I kind of wish they had done more to Viridian Wildwood, but the logbooks felt good. Breach stones. I wish they had more monsters, but the breach rings at the end were pretty nice. Getting a bunch of them to craft with is always nice, because breach rings are you know, quite powerful. But now, I think pretty much the only thing we haven't really tested that much, or like tried to see that much, is the tower spawn business, or the citadel spawn business. I mean, like where they most often spawn with like 3 relatively close together, and then also the just the random changes to map layouts, make them a little more random. So if we just kind of make our way southwest on my Atlas map, then we'll probably see all that if we go far enough. What's that? Well, it didn't give me the upgrade into the corrupted essence. However, it did add another essence despite also waking the essence monster up, so that was cool. I kind of thought nothing happened when it auto wakes them up, but at least we got a little extra. Tawa the Ruthless has the empty roar equipped. Eh? Not seen one with that. I don't even know what that does, honestly. Bro, stop healing! Now that thing. All attacks count as empowered attacks. Cannot use war cries. Neat. I think the boss is kind of in the central area. Also, I'm pretty sure the boss is the Devourer. Could be wrong on both counts, though. was right on both counts. Let's go. Cool, man. This is a great man. Whoops. Call that one my bad. We kind of had that, I just threw it. Tail. Oh, he do got his tail on. Was I supposed to target it, or is it just dangerous? I think it's just dangerous. That's one.
I like it here.
Wetlands again. It was slick in the grass. Slick in the grass biome. Speaking is difficult.
It's quiet like.
Turns out I did already have that. We go again, but this time we only need the rares. Turns out, damn, that's a lot of rares. Yeah, we got a money strongbox. Huge. One additional inscribed ultimatum with more quantity, more rarity. What could possibly go wrong? I will take my 5 mirrors, thank you please. Close enough. What the hell is that?
A relic
Arena
of
boss? I think I have seen that before. Ow. Oops. I was really hoping this would wrap back around into that rare, but I have to go farther than I expected. Keep trying to press E to open the damn, I don't know, action wheel from Diablo 4. And so I can click the leave dungeon button. But this is not that game. Oops. Where did it go? It's gone forever. Oh well. So you can do either blood wash or, I'm sorry, bloodwood or backwash. I think we should probably keep going this way. I kind of wanted that tower, but I'm not sure that's the best idea anymore. Willow and Channel, all with bosses. Backwash boss might kill me. Pretty sure that's the maiden or the Queen of Filth. Dear heck.
Up for another hunt, are you?
Sure, why not?
Let's do this.
Take this.
Spirit, guide us.
Shake off the dust and let's fight.
Let's fucking go. Rich.
Focus.
Casual Divine Orb from a possessed essence monster. I didn't see what percentage that possession was though. Question is, where the hell is the boss? We started in the top side, so she's probably down here somewhere. Yep. Would you look at that? Really wish we didn't have to wait for this whole animation every time. Same with most of the other bosses that have long animations. Especially when you walk into this arena and get immediately stepped on by that. Super annoying. Or that one. Now, time for leaving. Like, could maybe be okay. Off to Willow then. I'm pretty sure the boss here is Lachlan, the old man from Act 1, with the giant statue for a weapon.
Bring it on. I'll not say no to that.
Ready to hunt? Ready? Let's do this. Now or never. Push on. No time. Don't lose him now.
190. Oh. Ooh, talismans. Talisman of Sirius. Gloves, 8% increased attack speed. Sick. And Cracian's Rune of Warding. Reduced effective curses on you. Socket the long body armors. I feel like Talisman of Sirius is probably more likely to be valuable. But I suspect one or both of those are brand new. So that's nice. We did get to see some more new stuff. He ain't here, dude. Oh, there he is. Making me go all the way around. I see how it is. Bruh. I feel like I've died more to regular map bosses today than I have to pinnacle bosses or like pseudo pinnacle, whatever those are.
Rapping or no, I always win in the end.
Alright, time to get out of here. Gotta price check that later. Actually, maybe we can do that now. Talisman of Sirius. 13 divines to 1. Actually, 14. Yeah, that's pretty decent. I'll take that. I'll take that. What's the other one? Maroon? Oh, I guess we can look at all the new ones like this. So for rules Rune of the Hunt, increase attack damage against rare or unique enemies. It's actually a lot. For a martial weapon, that's... I wonder if that's local. Adds flat fire damage, flat cold damage, flat lightning damage. Damages extra chaos damage on both wand or both martial and caster weapons. For caster weapons, 25% chance for spell skills to fire 2 additional projectiles. That's kind of huge. +1 to level of all spell skills as a socketable on wands or staves. Damages extra damage of all elements. Yikes. 10% of damage is taken from mana before life. On body armor increased ES recharge rate. Creations worn Rune of Warding, reduced effective curses on you, which is what we have. Bow attacks fire an additional arrow as socketable. What the hell? That's got to be worth a shitload of money. Yep. 25. Helm increased exposure effect. Helm increased XP gain. Flat fizz on gloves. Magnitude of damaging ailments you inflict on gloves. Magnitude of non-damaging ailments you inflict from gloves. Cast speed withered. Reduce move speed penalty from skills while moving. And increased move speed. These are probably the new soul cores. Body armor, faster start of ES recharge. Body armor's 20% of armor also applies to cold damage taken from hits. That kind of thing, it came out a while ago that this kind of modifier applies to your armor before it applies to your elemental resistance, and armor's like way better against smaller hits than it is against larger hits, so it's actually really bad that it works that way, so it's not a very valuable stat. Hello, that's just 13 divines, 14 divines, cool. Armor to lightning damage, armor to fire damage. 50% chance when you gain a frenzy charge to gain an additional frenzy charge. Same with endurance and power. Damage with command skills, chaos damage, projectile speed for bows. Enemies who curse have minus chaos res. Increased skill effect duration and CDR. +4 to maximum rage for helmets. Curse duration, poison duration. Oh, my shit's lagging out. Increased speed of recoup effects on boots, and damage taken recouped is a life on helms. Interesting. I'll be taking those 14 divines, thank you very much. Basically, I'm rich as shit. Also, are divines still worth an unholy amount of exiles? They're worth an even larger unholy amount of exiles. Huge. What about this one? No stock. Yeah, I believe that one's not worth a whole lot. Curses aren't actually that, like, oppressive in this game. Got ourselves the ritual here. Ask the Fallen Sun. I wonder which boss that is. No way to guess. Adrian! Gold Ballot Quiver? I almost never see those. That's my shit right there. Oh my damn. Yeah. Gotta be one of the best rooms in the entire game. But 6 essences to start with.
No rest for the wicked, eh? And that's that.
And no upgrades. Please go away. Good thing I didn't step in that, assuming it would not go off.
I'll not say no to that.
139 gave us like 6,000 gold. Forgot we had rituals in here. It's another tainted ritual altar. Yeah, that really is only like 20% of my life. So those purple shit's way less scary, much easier to spot. Love to see it. Well, man, imagine if I got one shot by that. 3 deaths in a row on back-to-back-to-back bosses. That'd be pure tragedy. Only 3 rituals, but I'm really worried I'm gonna have to run to every corner of the map to find them all. This map's too big, I'm not gonna bother continuing to look for the rituals. It's kind of a waste of time. What are those? That's a lot of flat. T1 flat, T3 accuracy rating. Throw that in there for later. All attributes, dexterity and spell damage. Kinda nice. Alright, I think we're gonna do one more map because I'm kinda out of it. But have no fear, we'll be doing more of this tomorrow. And hopefully a little more rested because I don't know why. The moment I sat down, I just kind of got sleepy. Yeah, alright, Fortress. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with Babala here. Oh yeah, tomorrow we should probably also try at least a trial of the Sekima to see how it feels without the, oh no. Without the, overly common boons. Because that shit was terrible. And that is allegedly fixed now. That seems good to me. Oh, we missed the breach. Shit. I kind of want to go looking for that just because we did 2 breach stones. And we got 2 sets of points since the last time I did a normal breach. One of them is the heavy breach one that makes it open and close slower. And the other one is the chance to get multiple breaches per map that has a breach. So really only the one is going to be that effective here, since this is pretty clearly not a, well, it's definitely not a 10 breach map. Could be like a 3 or a 2, or I'm sorry, a 2 or a 4 breach map, but I feel like I would have seen one even in those circumstances. I walked right by it. Oh yeah, we got all the time in the world. So maybe with the nerfs, well, maybe with the nerfs being what they are, maybe I don't need all that extra time. Legit. Might actually be the longest breach of all time. $34 splinters. Feels good to me. Alright, now we're actually done here. And I believe that is where we're going to go ahead and end the stream for today. So, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, if not already, make sure you come see me again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or Eastern US Time, however you want to look at it. I'm going to be doing more of this, checking out more of the Atlas, I think, and maybe a trial of the second one just to see how that feels, but maybe not because those take a while. But we're probably going to try and look for a set of Citadels so we can see what that looks like all spawned together. But nevertheless, I appreciate y'all watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you didn't, even not already, make sure you smack the like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, the follow button if you're watching on Twitch. And yeah, have yourselves a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.